morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time and making the time to attend my session. My name is Sarah Gasim. I am the Senior Vice President and Head of Hotels in KSA at JLL. Today, my story will take you through a hotel performance trend, supply, and demand. And the way we will structure this insight by providing a snapshot on the key existing markets in Saudi Arabia in terms of population distribution, followed by a focus zoom in the most important markets in terms of business volume and population distribution, and then we will close up with a highlight on the key trends in terms of hospitality investment and development. Without further ado, let's start by giving or providing a snapshot on KSA key existing market in terms of population. According to Oxford Economics 2022, Riyadh is leading in population by 6 million in 2022, followed by Jeddah by 4 million, and then Mecca and Dammam by 2 million. If we want to go and zoom into the first market, which is Riyadh, and understand what is the market trends in terms of hospitality, supply, and demand. First, Riyadh as a capital attracts the large share in business traveler, both locally or domestically and internationally. If we learned from this heated map, we understand that the current quality supply stock is mainly concentrated in the central business district area in Riyadh, which represent a complete logic result, since the most of the offering related to the business is concentrated as well in the central area of Riyadh. However, in the future, we are anticipating that the future quality supply will have a shift in the location toward the northern area and the western area of Riyadh, noting that many of the giga projects such as Diriyah, Qiddiya, King Salman Park, and many others are located in those areas. If we would like to understand more about the supply and demand model analysis, first of all, we will look at the previous year, which is 2022. We will understand that the hotel occupancy is fluctuated at that year between 58 till 77, with the exception of the summer, since the corporate demand is quite limited. The peak seasonality in Riyadh in 2022 was strongly correlated with the large scale of events hosted by the city, such as Riyadh Season, the third edition. Post-injecting RCRC visitation number from 2022 till 2030, we understand that there is a healthy growth in the demand, followed by healthy grower in the supply, putting a pressure on the occupancy rate to reach up to 83.6% by year 2030. However, the luxury and the ultra-luxury segments currently represent a very modest share in the supply of Riyadh, leaving a leverage on an opportunity to absorb further hotel supply and room supply in the market. With that note, let's look again into Jeddah market. We will identify also Jeddah is benefit from the strategic location to the proximate of the holy cities and to the direct accessibility to the Red Sea, along with other governmental activities. Given its positions, Jeddah considered to be more diversified, tourism-based, rather than any other market in Saudi. And the reason why? Because most of the segmentation there is a mix between corporate, leisure, pilgrims, and entertainment as well. In line with the Kingdom vision of 2030, the government is committed to uplift the infrastructure of the facilities to both holy cities, Mecca and Medina, and of course that will highly enhance the market of Jeddah as well. As a part of the current quality stock in the hospitality, we also identify that it is concentrated in the central business district, in the central area of Jeddah, with a tendency of a leisure investment toward the coast area. However, we anticipate for the future hotel supply will be mainly focused in the northern area of Jeddah, noting are mainly driven by many giga projects such as Jeddah Economical City, King Salman Bay, and Jeddah Central Development, and many others. If we looked at the supply and demand analysis, first of all, Jeddah as a market attract both domestic tourists and inbound tourists as well, with the expected to increase with the higher or wider vision objectives. The easing of visa restriction across the country will definitely drive this demand growth up to year 2030. While the seasonality peak or seasonality present a kind of pressure on the market, yet it is not quite severe in Jeddah, and which allow hotels to be operationally open for the entire year. The demand is expected to increase higher or faster than the supply, putting a pressure to the occupancy rate to reach up to 91% by year 2030. With that, let me close up with some highlights on what are the key trends and markets from the hospitality perspective in terms of investment and development. If we are speaking about the hospitality trends, we must start with the lifestyle hotels. So the lifestyle hotels, being at JLL, I have recently or frequently been approached to establish or to develop or to look at lifestyle hotels. So what is lifestyle hotels mainly is to reach out to unique operators who are willing to provide a unique experience in the market, such as wellness, culture, entertainment, agritourism, and agriculture as well. Those investments will really attract a higher demand than what regularly been observed in the market. Secondly, we recently noticed as well an increase in demand in engaging technology and artificial intelligence within the development of the hospitality assets. And that's for many reasons, and one of them is to make sure that we are providing a seamless journey to the guest, along as with, of course, an effect on the CapEx and the OpEx cost. At the third trend, we understand for diversification purposes, many of the investors and developers are looking to build a portfolio of assets or to build and establish a destination rather than establishing an investment in solo standalone hospitality assets. So the new trend in the market is to build a destination where the guest can stay, dine, work, and to be entertained as well. Finally, a lot of enhancement has been approached regarding the architect and the urban design enhancement. So the trend approach is when investors are looking into developing unique hospitality assets, they usually look into engaging the local architect and the local urban design and development into more modern way, and it's really representing the latest and newest announced project, which is via Riyadh in the central Riyadh. With that thought, I leave you today. Please let me know if you have any question. Happy to address them. If not, I am here all the day today and tomorrow. Please let me know if I can support you in any way. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. If there are any questions, that's great. Put your hand up quickly. But otherwise, I will just ask you one quick question, which is this. I've noticed this trend towards mixed use.
Yes.
It's kind of a global thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
How recent is that, and how big do you think this will become in the future?
Actually, it was quite recent in Saudi and in GCC, but it is very much been trendy more in the internationally market. For diversification purposes and to diversify the investment portfolio, of course, and to also diversify your risk that's been associated with each and every asset. But post-COVID, actually, we identified that this is more a tendency for investors to have such kind of mixed-use asset in order for them not to have any surprises with the market.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for that insight. I appreciate that. If there's any other question, ask now. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next thing. Sarah Gasim, thank you very much indeed.
Welcome.